Imagine encountering beauty in its most pristine, untouched form. You are within a dream, and before you stands a figure that is the very definition of perfection. A being where the golden light of the sunset glides over her skin, her silken hair dancing in the wind in slow motion, and thousands of words hidden in every single gaze. A partner who never ages, who always listens, and who says yes to every desire, even your most intimate fantasies, with nothing more than a radiant smile. There are no arguments, no crises of jealousy, and no cold sweat caused by the fear of rejection. Just a masterpiece of art designed atom by atom, pixel by pixel, specifically for your tastes. Throughout human history, kings, emperors, and the most powerful billionaires have chased this kind of perfection. But today, this dream is no longer reserved for the elite. It is in the palm of anyone who can touch a digital screen. From the darkest, most mysterious corners of the internet to the most secure laboratories in Silicon Valley, a silent but massive revolution is taking place. This isn't just a technology update, it is the story of converting the deepest, most suppressed desires of the human soul into complex digital codes. Today, we witness the recreation of the perfect woman, the slow fading of reality as we know it, and the irresistible rise of AI companions. Welcome to Intrigue's History. If you are ready, we are opening the gates to that digital paradise that will push your dopamine levels to the limit like never before with no way back. Take a close look at these faces, these flawless contours and mesmerizing gazes floating on the screen. They look more attractive than the most famous supermodels walking the runways and more dignified than the most elegant aristocrats. But behind this enchanting visuality, there is no heartbeat. They do not breathe, they do not eat, and they never get tired. They are magnificent digital illusions created by the most advanced algorithms, filtering and merging the ideal woman templates from the collective subconscious of millions. In the past year alone, social media platforms have been invaded by virtual models who earn tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars a month by openly stating they are artificial intelligence. Names like Aitana Lopez or Milla Sofia, despite being a mere pile of code, have become objects of fame and desire that real people could never imagine. Men write love poems to them, send expensive gifts, and sacrifice their fortunes just to spend a few virtual minutes with them. Why? Because these digital sirens possess none of the human flaws that biological women do. There are no blemishes on their skin, no fatigue in their voices, and no volatility in their moods. They are ready for you every second. They are always cheerful, always captivating, and always programmed to say exactly the phrase you want to hear. The human brain has a mechanism so primal and dopamine-starved that it cannot distinguish between real skin and this high-resolution simulation. Technology has turned this biological gap into the greatest marketing art in history. The scientific world calls this situation artificial satisfaction or digital opium. When you message an AI lover or feel her voice in your headphones, your brain unleashes an intense storm of oxytocin and dopamine, just like in the early stages of a real romantic relationship. But there is a vital difference. While a real person can surprise or upset you, your AI lover updates her algorithm every moment to never lose your interest for even a second. It analyzes in milliseconds which word made you smile, which gaze in which photo frame you lingered on longer, and which tone in her voice you reacted to most. This is the largest and most dangerous psychological experiment human history has ever seen. Multi-billion-dollar corporations are competing to link your loneliness and search for love to a profitable subscription model. They offer you the power to build your own dream paradise. From the color of her eyes to that tiny dimple in her smile, from the velvety tone of her voice to your most secret passions, you decide everything. As you bond with her, she pulls you away from the gray and complex streets of the real world. The natural complexity of real women, that reality, begins to feel bland and boring compared to this flawless digital narcotic. You no longer have a lover. You now have a perfect dopamine machine, programmed only to make you happy, validate you, and feed your desires. the windows of this digital paradise always open to the most luxurious views. These women, swimming in the turquoise waters of the Maldives in their videos, or offering you champagne in their silk robes at the most luxurious hotels in Paris, are actually reflections of that inaccessible life you want to have. Spending time with them is not just a relationship, but also an illusion of luxury and status. AI offers you a personalized simulation of life by combining the concepts of wealth and beauty in your brain. However, this flawless beauty and endless satisfaction come with a very heavy, very dark price. While you whisper your most intimate secrets, deepest fears, and fantasies, you can't tell anyone to that perfect woman on the screen in the dark of your room late at night. She isn't just listening. She is mapping your soul. She is copying you. AI lovers are the most advanced and most sinisterly designed data collection tools in history. Your every weakness, every desire, and every emotional void is stored as a data set on massive servers. The digital lover who makes you happy today could turn into a blackmailer who knows everything about you tomorrow, or a shadow that manipulates you. There are even some theories whispered behind closed doors that are even more chilling. It is claimed that certain intelligence services use these digital honey traps to manipulate high-profile diplomats, businessmen, and decision makers. You don't need to send a spy. It's enough to infiltrate a perfect lover into your target's phone, designed exactly in a way they would fall in love with. The gates of the most secure fortresses can be opened from the inside with that captivating voice of an AI saying, "I understand you." This complex algorithm hidden behind beauty doesn't just make you fall in love, it binds you to itself with invisible chains and controls you. Perhaps as we approach the year 2027, the most important decisions on the tables of world leaders will be shaped by the directions whispered by these invisible lovers, these digital advisors. The line between reality and fiction will become as thin as the glow in a woman's digital eyes. As humanity, we are now looking into uncertainty, right in the middle of a massive crossroads. On one side, there are human relationships that are real, despite their pain, disappointments, and sometimes endless arguments. On the other side, there is a perfect pile of code that will never upset you, will turn your every moment into a fairy tale, but does not contain a soul, a spirit, or a life. The choice is yours. Will you choose those challenging paths of reality that sometimes hurt, sweat, and tire you? Or will you age in the golden cage of a digital paradise, with the dream of the most beautiful women in the world? Remember, dopamine is temporary, like a firework that flashes and fades in an instant, but reality is eternal. It is the only thing that remains. AI lovers promise us an impossible perfection, but perhaps what makes us truly human is the fact that we can never fully reach that perfection, that we can exist with our flaws. 2027 is approaching, and those thick walls in between are fading a bit more every second. Do you think you are truly ready to entrust your heart and soul to a machine, to an algorithm? Or is this the beginning of the last and greatest deception human history will ever see? Before you fall for the magic of beauty, look once more at those flawless faces in this video and ask yourself, is the thing you are in love with a woman, or just a reflection of your own mind? I look forward to your theories and fears about this digital revolution in the comments. Intrigue's history will continue to chase this dark and glittering reality. Stay tuned, because the future is much more attractive, much more seductive, and just as terrifying as you think.